Welcome to the B Sound Podcast. Today is September 17th of 2021, and it is another Friday. You know, I really am starting to enjoy these Fridays with you guys. It's just been, I guess, a thing that I've come to look forward to. Just come on here and speak with you on Friday and kind of just have this open forum of let's discuss whatever is useful. And so I was trying to think today, well, what is useful for you guys out there? And I've been doing some goal reevaluations. And there's a YouTube channel, and I happened to come across a video. It's called the channel's called Struthless, and I happened to come across this video where it was called the half year reset, and it was basically about taking your goals that you set at the beginning of the year and figuring out where you were at with those goals. So I thought, oh, this could be cool. Let's evaluate how far I've come and where I still need to go. And they had a whole worksheet that I was filling out, and I'm most of the way through that worksheet now. But I thought it would be good to share with you the revelations I had while doing this, because it was mind-blowing to me what I came up with. And it's probably something that's like most people think, oh, that's really simple and stupid, and why didn't you know that, Dan? But for me, I was like, holy crap, that makes a lot of sense once I figured out what the problem was. So I guess I'll go through just a quick story about these goals and the goal setting. So at the beginning of the year, you know, we all set our New Year's resolutions, and I was bound and determined to set at least 6 goals that I could focus on for the year and get through all those goals and like really make an effort to getting these done. Now, what were those goals? Well, so basically the goals were this. I had 6 goals, and just so you know, 3 of the goals I'm doing well on. I'm on track to hit all 3 goals. And then the other 3, I've kind of fallen to the wayside a bit on them. And I think once you hear why, you might be able to apply this to things that you're trying to do and really push yourself and go further. So the 3 goals that I'm doing well on, I'll tell you those right now. The first goal is I wanted to lose weight, right? I was 250 pounds at the beginning of the year. You know, it was somewhere like last September, I was 250 pounds, and I started losing weight. And so at the beginning of the year, I thought, I need to get down to a healthy 190 pounds, which is roughly where I should be for my height. And the reason I wanted to do this was because I wanted to, you know, feel healthier. And, you know, I've already had some issues, a lot of health issues, and I wanted to resolve those health issues. And I feel like a lot of them were caused through being overweight. And some of the other things, you know, it slowed me down being overweight. Like there'd be times where I'd be playing music or whatnot, and I would get dizzy and almost pass out just from overexertion and not having any kind of exercise or balance in my diet to fall back on. So I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to not only be healthy, but also look a certain way, right? Because I had this issue with mirrors for a long time where I didn't want to look in the mirror because I thought, that's not what I'm supposed to look like. Every time I'd look in the mirror, I'd be like, God, who is that? That is not me. That is someone else. And it would bug me. It'd bug the shit out of me. So I thought, hey, let's lose some weight. Let's get healthy. Let's start looking like I imagine myself to look. And that's been a process all year, and I've really enjoyed that process. So that's one of them, right? Another one was the BoboBot thing, right? You guys always hear me talking about the song a month, and that was an idea I had come up with at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of the year for 2021, was write one song per month for an eventual BoboBot album. And within that, I said that the reason I wanted to do that was because I wanted to have an album at the end of the year, and I wanted to give people out there something to listen to and get feedback as well with. And not only that, but like in this way that we've set it up, I'm going to be held accountable to do those things. So I have this really strong reason to keep going and doing it. Is, you know, I want to get the album done, and I have people out there who are paying me so they can hear these songs early before they come out on the album. So to me, that seemed very compelling and something that I really wanted to do. Now, some of the other things I wanted to do were reach 10,000 people across social media. I wanted to have like 10,000 followers, whether it be on this channel, Instagram, what are the other ones? Twitter, TikTok. I just wanted to get a large following because I thought, oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be, you know, that would feel successful, right? And at the same time, I had started a new business at the beginning of the year, and I wanted that to start off on the right foot and get somewhat successful. And I thought, well, a good goal for this brand new business would be $10,000. Now, I can't remember the other two goals offhand. I had the paper in front of me because I usually keep it on my desk, but I think it slipped off and went somewhere, and I'm just not seeing it right now. But you can get my point by me sharing these 4 with you out of the 6. Now, I don't know what your goals are, but I think it's a good idea to make goals, right? And you can use this for your own goals. So a lot of those I'm well on my way to getting. The 2 that I'm well on my way to getting are the weight loss and the song a month, right? I'm perfectly on track to get those. And then the other 2, the 10G in fans and the 10G in money, are not going so well. And those 2 goals, I kept going like, why? What's wrong with this? I need to like grind harder, right? And I'm trying to grind, and I'm working on these things, and I'm busting my brain to figure out how I can make those things work. And it's becoming like difficult, hard work. Whereas the other goals I have, they're work, but they're work that I enjoy. And, you know, there's a difference between enjoying your work and having hard work to do that is frustrating, right? So what's the difference here? Why is one set of goals working really well and one isn't? Well, I made the discovery by writing down, there's an exercise in this thing by Struthless that basically says, write down the goals that worked for you, write down why they worked and what worked about them, write down the goals that didn't work, and write down why they didn't. And what I discovered was, and this is the important thing, I didn't have a compelling reason why I wanted those other goals, why I wanted the 10G in fans or the 10G in money. It was just like, hey, it would be cool to have money and this thing be successful. Or it'd be cool to have 10,000 people who get value out of the stuff I do. But I think that just, hey, this is cool is not a compelling reason, right? Like, I, so I really need to like sit down and figure out what is it about those things, like what is it about my business that offers enough value to others and myself that gives me that reason to really push and do it and enjoy the journey. And same thing with the 10,000 followers, right? If you want to get your social media cooking, you have to give people a compelling reason to follow you, first of all, but you have to have a compelling reason to be followed. You have to really understand what is it that you want out of those people following you. Just, you want fame, like glory, like points? I don't know. That doesn't seem very compelling to me. So I really have to figure out what it is that would make sense for me to actually want those things, because it's in there that I want them, but I don't know why. And that's what's stopping me. Having a compelling why is super important, because the other things I'm doing, I have a really compelling why, and I get why I'm doing it, and I love doing it. But what do you guys think? What do you think about this? Is there something that I'm missing? Or do you have proof that this kind of thing works for yourself? Have you done this and been like, yes, it is the why? Totally, Dan. That's what you needed to have all along. I'm really curious. So there's not much more to say this week. I wanted to get that out there because I thought that would be the most valuable thing. And, you know, I don't want to like stretch these podcasts out way too long. I just thought that it would be best if I got the good meat out first, and then maybe I'll talk about a few other things. Like, for example, let's say we talk about the Woos stuff for a minute. That's the band I have with my brother in crime, Dick Boots, and my other brother in crime, Jeremy Kinn. And this week we wrote a new song with Jeremy on the vocals, which is great. I always love when he will step up and do those vocals. And I don't really have that much to say about the song. It's just a nice rocker. And it's still work in progress. We got the basic tracks laid last night. And since Jeremy's doing the vocals, normally what would happen is I would do the vocals. I would come home that night and finish up the vocals. But instead, I came home, mixed the song for Jeremy, and I'm sending that off to him this weekend so he can put his vocals down, basically. But we like to work quick, so hopefully we can have that done before the next time we meet up next week. And that's a really interesting project, by the way. That's another one that has a good why to it, right? We have a goal to write a song every time we get together, or at least have a good jam together and a good laugh, right? Like, one of the centerpieces of this band is just getting to laugh with each other. It's such a treat to hang around those guys and enjoy their company. And what a great working relationship to have, and a bonus cherry on top to keep writing songs together and being productive. And, you know, it's kind of like having children with people you enjoy over and over and over again, because each one of these songs is like a child. I love every single one of them so far. And there's a lot. There's like 60 songs at this point. And maybe only like 3 or 4 that anybody's ever heard. And that's fine. It's the why here is because we love doing it, and we get those songs out of it. That's the why. And I'm not really sure if there's value in it for anybody else beyond us, but I mean, there possibly could be. I mean, I am sharing it with you guys right now, and maybe you're getting some value out of this story I'm sharing with you. You know, there's probably something to be learned there if you look for it. So anyway, that being said, the guest coming up this week is Henry Forshaw, We got him on Tuesday. We had a really nice interview, really nice chat. And let's just say he was really interesting. He's an interesting guy. He wrote a book, and he's into spirituality and psychology. And he's going through some stuff right now, and it made the interview very interesting, and I want to say like esoteric in some ways. But you'll see what I mean if you check it out on Tuesday when it pops up. And I've got a bunch of other cool, creative people interviews coming up here that I'm excited about. Things are really starting to pop a little bit more here as far as the interviews go. And I see no end in sight. I just see it getting better and better. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So thanks for being here. You know, if you like the video, please hit the like. If you dislike it, go ahead and hit that dislike button. You know the spiel. But, you know, I want to remind you anyway, because it's good to, well, remind people, like, if you got any value out of this, you know, a little bit back is you know, respected and appreciated. So if you can comment on there, if there's anything you want to say, you want me to talk about anything in the next podcast, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to discuss things. You know, I want to be an open book with you guys so that we can learn to communicate and be better human beings together. Whether it's, you know, being a better musician together, or being a better warrior or person, whatever it is that you're looking for, I feel like we could do things best together. Well, maybe not best together, but like there's a working relationship we can have that I think would benefit all of us. So yeah, if you don't mind, it'd be great if you could comment, like the video, dislike it, share it, all those fun things that we do here on YouTube. And until next time, be sound.